Yeah, it looks like Destroy decks have finally gotten a really fun new toy to play with. They definitely didn't get one last week because we all know Kid Omega does not exist. He can't hurt us. He really doesn't exist. I never see him get played against me. But we do today have Dormammu, which is hopefully a more accessible way to have some new fun in Destroy decks. Dormammu here with game start begins a summoning ritual. The first step here is a 0 cost skill that merges your highest power destroyed card with Dormammu. So let's say you destroy like, an Uncle Ben. That's going to push Dormammu up to 13 power, right? Then your next step of the summoning ritual, which is automatically added to hand, is going to let you steal power from cards in a given location. So you might steal like 2 more power, and that's going to push your Dormammu up to 15. And then the final step, which costs 3 energy. Oh, and that last one costs 1. I know these you can't see these, which is super frustrating. The final step costs 3 energy. That one destroys 2 of your characters to summon Dormammu. So in total, basically you spend 4 energy to get your Dormammu into play. And he's often like 15, 16, 17 power, can be even bigger. Obviously you could build a deck to make him crazy big if you tried, but in this deck, usually in that kind of like 15 to 17 power sweet spot, which is honestly really nice for a 4 energy card. I think importantly too, you can often get that down on turn 5. So you still have some space in this deck to like, play a big null or whatever. You're not locking yourself out with Dormammu on turn 6. So that's kind of a nice big 1-2 punch. Big Dormammu, big null, sometimes a death to spike as well. Even give you some third location contest. Not to mention, just Carnages and Venoms and Wolverines and Winter Soldiers can all add a really solid baseline of power as well, which, makes this deck feel pretty good. It's basically a classic Destroy deck, which thankfully is also a pretty cheap deck, which I think we need right now. A lot of Series 3, Series 1, and Series 2 stuff. Uncle Ben, I originally had a Deadpool in here, but there's an important distinction with stuff like Deadpool and Wolverine. Cards that don't actually go into the graveyard, like the destroy pool, like Deadpool is returned to hand. Wolverine is resummoned. X-23 is resummoned. They do not work for Dormammu's first skill. He cannot merge them if they are not fully destroyed and in the graveyard. So you need like a Nova, a Ben, a Bucky, or just, any other card. You could add like some squirrels or whatever. Anything that doesn't like return or res itself is fine, which Deadpool seemed like too much. Uncle Ben giving you that one extra option for the early game destroy was the sweet spot, I think, to make sure I was hitting that Dormammu skill consistently on turn 3 so that I could play the second skill on turn 4 and the third skill on turn 5. Also notably in this deck, destroying 2 characters is usually a good thing, although sometimes just the way things kind of shake out, wherever stuff rolls, you might accidentally have to destroy like a Deathlock or a Carnage that you're not pumped about. But hopefully, that just feeds into your death or your null, while also, of course, still summoning that big Dormammu. Basically, not everything lines up like super perfectly all the time from an energy standpoint or from like a positioning standpoint, but it's all feeding back into the ultimate game plan. So, yeah, I had a good run with this deck. I went 8-4. It wasn't anything like crazy outstanding. I don't really think this is going to like jump to be a tier 1 deck or anything. There can be some awkward moments and scenarios that make it feel like you're not doing quite enough, and maybe you're like sometimes even floating a couple energy here or there too, just to get the Dormammu steps out on time. So he's very big and very spiky when it goes well. Getting a 415 or whatever is a nice boost for this deck, but it's not like crazy sky is the limit sort of stuff. I think it's probably a solid climbing deck, a new variation of Destroy basically. That is very fun and very spicy thanks to Dormammu being this awesome, big, bad, crazy villain. And, giving you lots of cool lines and plays. Just keep in mind, you got to concentrate a little bit with this deck. It's actually not that easy to play. You got to line up turns and stuff and think ahead a little bit. There's also just a lot of weird little interactions. You'll see a few crazy things in this video. Like, I think he's bugged right now to work with discards. We saw an opponent discard a card, and it still went into their Dormammu merge pool. So some weird bugs, some weird interactions, some little things to learn, but that's going to make this video both fun and hopefully also very educational. Okay, yeah, Nova's totally fine. Yeah, we need somebody. Bucky Venom, worst case, is still a good line. No problem at all. Wolverine also reasonable if we want to go that route too. Wolverine better for Venom, admittedly. Dream Dimension might not be an issue, actually. That could be okay. Yeah, let's since Venom is the only obvious path right now with the 3-drop on curve play, let's do this. If we get a Deathlock, I probably would have preferred Bucky, but hopefully they can both come in later. And, you know, Wolverine being around for later can be good too. It's no problem. So Nova goes onto the Dormammu here. Next turn is... I don't even really know. Oh, that's a nice... Thank you for that. That's going to help a lot, actually. Big house is not a big problem. Thankfully, Venom gives us a bit of a head start here. And if they don't Killmonger, which I think they will, they clearly have a destroy package here, then they would be very exposed mid for a long time, basically, here. All right, so Bucky, Carnage, or I guess we got to get the Ritual in, don't we? Ritual right looks pretty good. Killmonger left is also just interesting. Like, just bank this for later. I think they're gonna Killmonger, so I don't really think it helps. Next turn, I guess it's Bucky mid with the destroy, but you really don't want to hit the Venom. So the one problem with Venom early is he does suck for the third phase of the ritual, you know. I guess it's not a big deal if you know, we don't hit Venom. It's okay. We're happy to hit Wolverine Bucky for sure, but if we hit Venom and miss Bucky, we're real sad, I think. Hard to line up those two cards for that third phase, honestly. It's not... I think like Thanos probably helps you do that much more reliably. I think you could do, like, you know, squirrel stuff. There's probably ways to do that more reliably. So it might just be kind of a build thing more than anything else. I mean, I guess Bucky's still the right choice here. Just don't hit Venom, really, is the plan. Just don't hit Venom. It's that simple. And I have no way to win right. But I'm just hoping, you know, I'm hoping we carry mid with Dormammu. Oh, we hit Venom. Bucky's the next best thing, though, at least. At least we got the Bucky. So we're super strong mid, and then hopefully Noel can hold left down is the plan here. Opponent is still scaling up their Dormammu. I mean, they may be summoning theirs right, it seems. Although left is also a reasonable target for them at this stage. Null is gonna get even bigger off this Killmonger, so I'm feeling actually pretty okay about this, right? My Dormammu is by no means huge, but he's just, you know, he only costs 4 energy. He's a 4/14, which is, in the scheme of things, not too bad. What is Ben a Series 4 card, guys? I don't even know. I was thinking, like, really only Dormammu might be like the expensive card in this deck. Oh no! Well, actually, hold up. No, that's fine. We always beat that. We always beat that because Killmonger is always bigger than X-23 and Null. Right? We're just totally fine. It's not a problem at all. They lose by 1 effectively, maybe 3 if X-23 rolls around. Yeah. Yeah, you know, they didn't get their... We've had this instance a couple times where on turn 6, if you're delayed, it's better to play Null than Dormammu, particularly in like a mirror match. So I think it's really important to get the Dormammu down on 5. I think that's actually a big important distinction. Like, I think your deck needs to be doing that reasonably consistently. I wonder if Thanos decks actually hurt that consistency just a little bit. I wouldn't expect them to. All right, Ben. Yeah, Ben's fine. We like Ben. X-23 for the dude. By the way, Dormammu has been incredibly popular today. That is obvious. I have seen like only destroy decks, variations of destroy, Thanos destroy, regular destroy, spicy destroy. Haven't seen a Kid Omega yet, I'll say. I like the Squirrel Girl. I think this is a very, very reasonable inclusion in this package. I think it's smart, actually. I don't know what the right build is exactly, right, but I think it's smart. Spider-Man already. Again, Spider-Man just slinging bodies around, dude. Slinging bodies. Oh, that looked extra weird. Like, I moved her, but then she, like, summoned herself back. No, 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 no. Oh, random Moon Knights, dude. Oh, that's tilting, dude. I guess I play the Venom, right? Like it doesn't, it's fine. I mean, I don't have a null anymore. The opponent might, but I'm just thinking about Eternal's Arc. Does this actually transform, by the way, or not? Does it banish itself first? Banishes itself first and then transform. I wonder if that means banished. It does. It shows a wasp. The banished graveyard shows a wasp. That's crazy that it transforms after it's in the graveyard or whatever, or the banish yard, whatever you want to call it. Snow guard for them. Oh yeah, dude. Wait, what? Dormammu just got off of a discard, dude. They discarded a Tuma and Dormammu gained it. Dude, are you telling me that? How does that not? That's frustrating. Like, number one, that's just gonna lose me this game. Obviously, that's just an insane. That's just an insane hit. But number two, like, that must mean he originally worked with discard or something, and they just like forgot to. Like, they updated the text but forgot to change it. Like, I don't actually understand how that happens. I feel like also, like, doesn't that come up in testing pretty quickly? Like, oh my god, dude. Can I still summon it from the graveyard though? Can I still summon it from the graveyard? Because if so, we might still win this game. I actually am probably arguably better off putting Wolverine behind this summoning ritual, to be honest. I don't know, it's weird because you might save a Spider-Man by having him there. He might also roll back if he gets destroyed. I don't know. So that's bugged. Like, it obviously just picked a discard from the Moon Knight, the Ratuma. That's bugged. They don't have a way to get a Dormammu though right now. I really hope they don't concede because I want to see if my Dormammu gets summoned from the graveyard or not. Like, I see him in there. He's in the discarded pool. He's 16 power. Does he still get hit or not? I don't know. Does a discarded Dormammu still get summoned off summoning ritual? We're gonna get to see. Okay, nice. They passed. They're frustrated even though they, I don't know. Let's see. Does it still work? We did high roll the Wolverine. Very nice. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Like, Agamotto, you know, the temporal manipulation for Agamotto, it brings him back wherever he is. Like, even if he's discarded and stuff. It says give Agamotto +3 power, put him into your hand if he's not in play. So I guess that not in play text kind of works, but I thought actually Dormammu might work the same way. Even if you discard him or something, he might come back. Interesting. A lot of weird little interactions, dude. Half of this video is going to be me figuring out what the heck is going on with Dormammu. It's wild. Okay, Max. What's up, Max? Summoning ritual. All right, so we got to destroy a dude. Any dude will do. Unfortunately, our hand has none of our destroy dudes. We have 5 cards in this deck we like to destroy, which seems like a lot, but I think it's right, dude. You need them for the first phase of the ritual, and you need them for the third phase of the ritual. So between the two, I think it is definitely important. Killmonger is looking much cooler with that hood and or demon. Hopefully they play the demon soon, because I just might want to rip a Killmonger soon, you know. Bucky, or do I just go Deathlock now? So I think I need to get the ritual moving, right? I think it's time. So let's just go Deathlock. Certainly Venom is better later, particularly in Nexus can stack up a ton. Death is just gonna be amazing, looks like to me, this game. 0 always. So summoning ritual merges that Nova to Dormammu. Doesn't really matter what that is. You know, we're not trying to cheese a big card out of that. You know, just getting the gears turning. I think some people will probably try to build a deck where they make like a giant Dormammu or something, but I think 2 problems with that, right? It's like 2 all in maybe, and then number 2, it's you know, it just doesn't get this moving. You need to get it moving. They actually made their Dormammu smaller. Now that I haven't seen before. That's kind of fun. This is really good left though. They have priorities. We're just gonna rip through all those. Bucky Deadpool's pretty great for the next ritual phase. curve wise, it's not perfect, I guess. Like 3 and nothing is getting played with it, but it's probably okay. You have a Bucky, a Death, a big Dormammu, and then maybe like a Null or something. You will see, I guess, but destroying their Bucky, right? Okay, that's gonna get debuffed by Camelot, much like our Deathlock, but Nico's gonna get big. I mean, there is certainly a world where dude, these cards are so tiny for them, by the way, dude. Like, we are just they are getting afflicted twice here, man. Actually 3 down to 0. It's sad. So Summon Ritual here is chill. Null is potentially big, but I need them to destroy more stuff. I mean, they're going to, right? They're gonna summon a dude, so they're going to. But how big is their dude? Our dude's bigger, right? Like, our dude's just bigger. Are they gonna have... I think space is always fine, right? It clears itself before. No, it doesn't clear itself before. That's something to keep in mind, maybe. If you had like Wolverine and X-23 and another card, and you hit like Wolverine X-23 and they re-rolled into the same spot, I guess there's maybe a scenario where you run out of space, if I'm thinking about that right. So our Dormammu is bigger. We also have Null and Death, which... I mean, surely wins outside of, you know, exactly like a Shang-Chi scenario. I hope they're not running Shang-Chi. That'll trigger me really, really hard. Like, I'll just be very angry. Very, very angry. It's not unreasonable in a deck that's, you know, potentially running Null and all that stuff, but I'm just going to be so mad. I'm just going to be so tilted if they do. Okay, that's totally fine. Wait, what? 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 They like turning off Nexus or something? There's no way they have enough energy for all that. I am so confused. Not a bot, dude. I mean, a Venom here would have been a reasonable play. I don't think it would have been a great play, but it would have been reasonable. I have no idea why you would Deathlock your Dormammu. I have no idea. I do know that Dormammu was like, what, a 4/15 effectively in this deck, right? Like, he's a 7 power or 7 cost card, but he's not, you know, he's basically a 4 cost card. He was basically a 4/15. That did take a little work, but not only that, he was a 4/15 that also stole 3 power from my opponent. So kind of a 4/18, but also one that enabled, you know, like a Deadpool and at the very least a Winter Soldier as well. So, you know, kind of gave +6 power to the Winter Soldier. So in a weird way, like 24 total points in output, not to mention a little kickback on Null. Like, it just does a lot in a destroy deck. It just greases the wheels, basically. Hey, Dormammu in my opening hand. I haven't actually seen that yet. It does, unfortunately, sort of like kill a draw. It's not like the dream scenario, you know? It's not a disaster, I don't think, either. Wolverine's good. Do we like Bucky better? No. Do we like... Can we win Asgard and... Bro, that would be pretty sick. Like, Deathlock's just worse than Bucky at winning Asgard. I mean, it's just kind of a free 16 power dude, right? It's got to be right. It really stretches like a Shang-Chi if they have that out as well. There's just a lot of upside here. Morag is, it's probably okay, right? So Bucky is gonna get merged with Dormammu. Totally fine. Totally fine. Just anything to this first step, just get it done, you know. Oh my god, they went Shauna Kamertage. Actually insane courage here, dude. Actually just locking up mid. They must have a Killmonger, obviously, which is gonna make our death 0 immediately. Like, maybe not literally, maybe, but close, right? No, literally 7 dudes on board. So yeah, it's with mine, it is already 0. Yeah, as soon as they play that Killmonger, that's pretty funny. I guess mid we still do a steal though. Like, that's still pretty good for us. Next turn I go Wolverine Carnage mid with the ritual. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Carnage is pretty small anyways. I mean, that's fine. I will say, like, there is a pretty good upside to Wolverine Carnage next turn if I want, but I need... Well, no, I can do this, I guess. Just put Wolverine and Nova in now. Oh no, but I need this to go off too. No, it's fine. We'll just do what we just do what we said, right? Like this is fine. This is better from a curve standpoint, right? So we're gonna steal from all 4 of these. Really, only the Shauna probably matters because, like we said, we're 90% sure these are getting Killmonger or something at some stage. It's just Carnage left. I guess that's maybe a little sign away from a Killmonger, but not much. Summoning Ritual there. They're merging the Kingpin, sure. It would kind of be cool if Dormammu gained the text of the cards, like if he merged into them instead of vice versa, but it doesn't really make sense. It'd be weird too. Oh, I forgot I'm double stealing. You also get double rituals. I don't think that's gonna make sense, but it's really intriguing, right? It's like, does it? Oh, dude, I almost want to like. Well, I guess we're gonna find out on this. Well, I'm not gonna have 2 characters to destroy the second time because we're only ever gonna have 1 max with Wolverine. I have no idea what I forgot. I'm getting double stealing. That's like just insane, right? That's so good. They're stealing left. Their Dormammu's also pretty darn big, honestly. Wolverine rolls left, which does lock us in there, but it's not. I mean, it's still so big that it's not a disaster, right? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Well, I can't do it again. I have the same problem. Oh no! We've learned a terrible secret. Do I still have a Dormammu to summon? I don't even know. Do I even still? I'm actually gonna win either way, so this is kind of funny. Is he like gone? Can you redo it? How does it work? Is he still in existence or not? Do we like pull him out of the graveyard? You don't! Wow! We learned a lot. The interaction convertage makes sense when you think about it. All right, Uncle Ben. Oh, Valley of the Hand is interesting. Ben, Bucky, Deathlock's really cool. Turn 3 is totally fine for the ritual. No need to push it out on 2 or anything. Wolverine's also fine for the record. Not as good for Valley of the Hand. Not sure which is actually better for the opponent to get in Machine World. I am feeding them a Deathlock, so sure they're kind of happy about any of them, to be honest. I don't know. Angel. Okay, so definitely a destroy package. Destroy Thanos makes sense. Oh, squirrels. Not a problem, actually. That's fine too. Ben's gonna be our boy here. Theoretically, dude, we could lock out the opponent left with this Spider-Man. I don't think that's a risk because I think they're gonna have Killmonger anyway, but theoretically. So there's their Killmonger. Yeah, that's fine. Does not matter to us at all. I think it's so funny when Spider-Man pulls a card that's already dead. Squirrel's like, he's in his last moments and he's just getting dragged by Spider-Man. Imagine that imagery. Spider-Man's swinging through Central Park. Just twirling a dead squirrel on his web, dude. Just whipping it around, dude. Oh, that has me far too amused. Oh, I don't know why that's such a delightful thought, but it is. So I need to have a spot where I can for sure destroy 2 targets. I guess right is pretty okay for that. You know, I think that's fine. We're all gonna get like a bunch of squirrels and stuff, so I kind of need to figure out that as well, I suppose. I don't know. I need to figure that out, I guess. Like right looks good. Like do I need to put a big power card left is the thing. I guess I'm just not gonna have one though, to be honest. Yeah, dude, I mean, there's a really good chance there's like left is just cooked by a bunch of squirrels, right? Like I just don't have any power left at all. None. Really need to top deck like a null here as well. I don't have a good final turn necessarily either. Space Stone, at least that's some power I can clear out. They're giving me a summoning ritual, but I don't think that does anything because I've already used mine. So I think it's not. Oh, it gave me a new. Oh, that. Oh no, that's the second. That's one. That's right. I was thinking it was the third. So like we're pretty strong. Oh, you know what? They also didn't clear out any space though. Who wins this? Oh my god, it's a tie, but I can remove more power from them utilizing Killmonger. I have priorities, so this never helps, right? It always hurts. Like, I'm left with 4, and they're only left with 2. Might even get a bonus X23, right? I think this is fine. I don't know. Like, can they beat both mid and right, I guess, is the question you have to ask. X23 left could help. Nice. Is their Dormammu going right? If so, they're just sacrificing. That looks like Dormammu mid to me. So how do they beat right? That's a big ask. That's gonna win mid. That's fine. Barely clears, honestly. It's close. X23 would have. Ooh! Wiccan's insane! No! X23, I needed you right! No! No! Okay, Nova. Oh, you know, we really don't have to force that. They're probably better targets anyway, right? Like you want Nova to kind of get destroyed later. So I think a Bucky or whatever would be totally fine. I think Nico could be good in this deck, by the way. Honestly, not a bad Carnage. Honestly, not a bad Carnage. I wonder if this step of the summoning ritual is kind of a decent one to copy too. This Carnage is good just because the copied version becomes bigger and just gives us more Carnages to play for, you know? Toxin in Cloning Bats, another scalar much like Carnage. Interesting. Symbiote battle here. 5 power Carnage in hand. Nova in the Dormammu, but we also get another summoning ritual, right? So if I like destroy this Carnage, does this again merge, you know? Like if I do this into this, also this can just maybe go wherever, right? I don't think it has to steal anything, does it? Does it have to steal anything to work? Well, I don't think so, but just out of extra precaution. This one does have to merge something to work. I don't think it should. I think it should be fine either way, but I feel like I actually maybe even saw that happen already, but just in case, I guess. So I think this is going to merge another Carnage and give me multiple more summoning rituals, which actually I'm going to have kind of too many in hand. I'm sort of killing my hand here, but it's not a disaster, I guess. Killmonger could be very strong against Hawkeye stuff. That's nice. So this is going to be a 7 power Carnage in hand. More. Yeah, it does merge the Carnage in. Yeah, no, it's big. I am going to get the final ritual step, right? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no, I've made a huge mistake. I didn't get the final step of the ritual, guys. Oh, crap. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. We did it a turn early anyway, so maybe it's okay, right? Do I have anything left in the... No, I have nothing left in my destroy pool. So this one's not going to do anything. I just made the Dormammu a little bigger, which that's cool, I guess. I don't actually have... I need another card to destroy, though, for the final step. I don't have anything... Like, I need a Ben or a Bucky or something to play with this Carnage to, like, destroy it or whatever. So, I guess we'll see... Yeah, that's great Killmonger stuff. We got the X23. Okay, that's cool. Just this is getting wacky. So this puts a big Dormammu mid. And then I guess we're going for like null death maybe. Are we actually gonna be able to do that though? I think that's gonna cost too much, right? It's gonna be 2. We're only gonna have 7 energy. might be better off going for a Killmonger death or something, honestly. It depends a little bit on priority, I suppose. It's cool though that like the first two steps of these skills are really making our Dormammu insane. Like he's gonna, this is the biggest one I've had yet for sure, dude. Like he's stealing a lot of power. He's did I play these in the right order, or does it even matter? I bet the summoned Dormammu is gonna get bigger playing this second. It should still get bigger. That's honestly pretty cool. He's gonna go up to 23 here, right? 24 or 24. Oh yeah, Carnage. Yeah, no, that's sick, dude. Now these don't do anything. I think we've learned that there's only one Dormammu. You can't like make copies or whatever kind of stuff, you know. I do wish they had priority. Sadly they don't. So this Killmonger's looking a little worse. I mean, it's not maybe still terrible is the thing. It's not terrible. Like, do you trust Dormammu, I guess, is another question. So try to win right and I mean, honestly, right without the Pim Arrow does feel kind of free. Is it crazy to put a death here because they might try to spike mid instead of right? Like, and they might be relying on the Pim Arrow or something too much, you know? I don't know, dude. I don't know. This is a little shaky proposition. They didn't go mid at all. Oh no, they didn't go for Pim Arrow at all either. Like, what the heck? Why not? Okay, that's good, actually. That's good. We might need that, dude. We might need that. I thought for sure they'd spike mid more, man. We might need that. Oh! Oh! Oh god! Oh god, it was close. Oh god. X23 clutching it for us, man. Oh god, I really thought, I guess their only big card was Toxin. I think Sage mid would have been kind of cool, but there just weren't enough cards there, I guess. Scary, dude. I feel like every time I play Dormammu, I learn something interesting about his interactions. Hey, good stuff. All right, so Nova's the card that will be in the Dormammu. X23 will not go in the Dormammu, I think, based on our testing. Sandbar sucks, dude. That's really tough for us. It's really, really tough. It pushes everything back an entire turn, which is hard. It's really hard. Just like, I mean, how much more expensive is the whole loop, right? It's like 3 extra energy basically for 1 card. You know, because you're kind of, the plan is to get a Dormammu out, right? That's the goal. So this does like set up for a decently big Venom. Next turn could be Venom summoning ritual if you wanted, which would put the monster on the Dormammu. I don't know if that's something you necessarily want, but it's kind of free. You're already going to be still really big here because Venom's locking in that power, you know? So I think that's probably worth it, you know? I think there are probably going to be people who try to build that kind of plan, by the way. Opponent, doing the same thing, but no ritual hit, I guess? I don't know. Yeah, oh, this actually doesn't... I don't know why I don't just put Ben in, dude. What do I need? This can go anywhere, dude. This can go anywhere. So we're going to be looking at a turn 6... Dormammu. I have to have some cards mid, presumably, to destroy for the Dormammu summon, because I definitely don't want to destroy that Venom, obviously. So I need like Spider-Man and Bucky mid sort of thing for Dormammu. It's a 22 power Dormammu already. Might have a good ritual mid this turn. Oh, that's a big Frigga, dude. That is a big freaking Frigga, dude. Dang. It is gonna cost extra, I guess, the Venom, but still, dang. Dang, dude. So, yeah, I actually, yeah, I don't really have, I can play a Death left. If I draw a Null, I'm pretty happy. Outside of that, dude, we're not looking so, I mean, we're not looking terrible. They just have that monster Venom. Theirs appears to be more of a big Dormammu deck as opposed to just like a regular destroy deck, right? Which I want to see data on. Like, I'm not, you know, I'm not convinced it wouldn't work, but I'm a little bit worried about just like sequencing and like Without the Monster Island, how would they have had all this big Venom plans? You know, oh, they're mad about Sandbar. Yeah, it makes the Venom more expensive. I guess if they want to play and their next ritual step too, so they can maybe having trouble doing both, right? That's probably the issue here. Probably can't quite do both. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Oh my God, they got Victoria Hand in here as well. So I mean, this deck has like a crazy ceiling, but I do wonder about like consistency on it, you know. Do we trust 7 and 25? I don't love it, but I don't hate it. Because if they go for their Dormammu, they have to delete like Venom and stuff, right? And oh well, they can't even go for the. Yeah, they missed a whole loop. Yeah, no, the Sandbar really screwed them. It hurt us both, but it really screwed them. So we were gonna have 32 and 32. Actually, it's pretty nuts. That's really good numbers. All right. Oh, some heavy hitters, but we need some early game, dude. Things go well. Oh, that's a terrible draw. Just this is like drawing patches in Hearthstone. For those of you who remember Hearthstone days, so the one card you never wanted to draw. Dormammu is the same way. He's gonna come out for free. We don't need to draw him. Maximus. I mean, I don't really love giving the opponent cards, but their hand might be kind of full anyway. And then, you know, it's just like theoretically a bigger body for Dormammu and Null and stuff. You know, I don't hate it. Scarlet Witch for them. Sakar Grand Prix. That would be pretty fun to win. Ooh, do we just like bin Carnage better? Probably, right? Yeah, probably. So we can do steal next turn on these two. Maybe just play a Deathlock behind it. It's not the best turn ever, but it's okay. Spider-Man going right would perhaps still be helpful. It would be a nice net advantage overall. Okay, cool. Still lose one from the steal on Dormammu's ritual, but that's okay. Good big Dormammu to start already. There's a bin for them too. Do they have priority? They don't, which is good for this actually. I guess X23 is better here because we need 2 bodies left behind for Dormammu next turn. I don't think we're gonna win Grand Prix necessarily, but that's okay, I guess. Might if they decide to go for like a Deathlock or something. You never know. Most important thing though is having the 2 bodies lined up. Venom is big enough to hold it. I mean, oh, I'm not gonna have 2 bodies because bin. Oh, I need him to go mid actually. Ah! Oh, okay, he goes mid. Okay, not ideal because we don't really want to destroy our Carnage, but something at least. Oh my God, that could have been disastrous, dude. They are way behind on their Dormammu. I mean, they're still gonna be able to get it done on 6, but they're not gonna be able to play a Null with it, right? Which we are gonna be able to play a Null here no matter what. Still not the best turn, unfortunately, but we're getting a big old 21 power Dormammu, and next turn we can play Death Null at least. Even if they don't destroy here, we have 1 and 6, so. The Carnage is at least feeding back into the Null. That's the nice thing, right? Like, a lot of the things, the bigger things we've destroyed here have still kind of ultimately paid off. Sadly, we lose a little, but that's okay. Magic. Oh my God, that just added a whole nother layer to this game. Okay, I don't hate the idea of a magic, by the way. The double Venom is pretty annoying, I'll have to acknowledge. Magic just changes a lot of interesting like calculations here. I mean, we've got Dormammu mid. That's making mid look good, but it is exposed to like Null. You know, there's definitely ways to beat that for sure. I'm wondering if we don't rip a Venom on that Dormammu now. Like, we know we have Null. We don't know if they have a Null or not. I mean, they probably do, but do we know that? No. Their Dormammu is probably also going to go mid. I mean, they definitely have to have a Null. They have 6 cards. They've drawn almost their entire deck. But, like, what else am I doing with Venom anyway? You know, there's a chance they didn't draw the Null. There's a chance. I like that it just increments this power up a little bit anyway, you know. It's not really helping much on X23 or anywhere. We could kind of save it for Bucky, technically, maybe. There's their Null, okay. Well, I mean, that at least gives me a target for my Null. If they go, as I assume, for Dormammu here, the death should give us the incremental advantage, right? Oh, that's insane! Oh my god, dude. They did not even, they juked us, dude. They went for the greed build. Well, we just were not beating that. That just wasn't happening. Well, I mean, we could have beat it. It's actually free if we played our null mid, honestly. It's honestly, we could have beat it. No, we just needed Deathlock only here to win. Null would have farmed it up, dude. It's just null mid. We could have won. That was actually very winnable. All right, so Wolverine's not the dude for Dormammu. Sadly, doesn't work. We need Bin, Bucky, Nova, or some random dude. Like, Story of Carnage or whatever. Which isn't the craziest idea. Just like Carnage into Deathlock is not like the worst play ever, probably. Bucky's much, much better. So, this probably feels like... I really, really like the Ritual on 3, into the Steel on 4, into the Dormammu on 5, so that you still have energy to play Null and stuff late. So we probably don't get like greedy here, because, you know, normally if you were playing this just as a straight up destroy deck, I would want to go like, you know, Wolverine into Nova into Carnage or whatever and just get crazy greedy. That does just push you back though on that turn 6 line. Without an X-23 in particular, there's just not a ton of like energy flexibility or whatever. So I think what I'm getting at here is that we go Nova Carnage. Sadly, Lemuria is kind of cooking us anyway though. So maybe we can greed it now. Maybe we just shift this game around a little bit. Getting like a... yeah, an Uncle Ben's free, I guess. Yeah, why not? Again, why not? This does mean my next turn is pretty much just useless though. Like, I don't have anything to do next turn. Like, literally nothing to do. We're gonna get a Bucky or a Nova in the Dormammu. I mean, am I gonna have actually enough? Oh crap, I gotta have enough cards to actually destroy. Well, it depends on where Wolverine goes. Like, if Wolverine doesn't go to the right spot, I don't actually have 2 cards to destroy for... This Lemuria really, really did throw a wrench in things, to be honest. You actually have to focus quite a bit on your sequencing here. I need Wolverine to go right. Or I need to draw X-23. If I draw anything else, I don't have a turn next turn. I can't get to Dormammu on time. Opponent is like literally in the exact same scenario, except they have the X-23, which might save them here. Their Dormammu is looking a little bigger for sure. Oh, I do have Bucky Carnage, I guess, worst case. I forgot about Winter Soldier Carnage. Is technically possible, but man, that's gonna suck. Oh, Wolverine high rolled. It's all good. It's all good. We're good. Right's the place. We had, you know, a 1 in 3 there basically for Wolverine. This was gonna suck if we had to do it. Like, it would be really, really good. I forgot I'm on the wrong... I'm not even on that step yet. I totally forgot I'm not on that step yet. I forgot we pushed it back a turn. I'm so used to playing this in the other order. Well, that's okay, I guess. No, that's fine now. Now we have like a, I don't know, a death plus something turn. I don't even know what. Oh, this was the wrong order though. I might accidentally debuff my Wolverine or X-23. I mean, it doesn't really matter because you get it on the Dormammu anyway, but I guess theoretically it's not ideal, maybe. It's too not ideal though. So Dormammu's up to 16. Killmonger is totally fine. That actually might give me some plays here. We've had 2 X-23s die, right? We're up to 8. Does that change anything? No, Null is still too expensive in that world. Yeah, since we're going for summoning, what am I also summoning here, dude? Like, well, I gotta destroy the 2 dudes. But this was the other side of this equation we didn't really map out well. Because I don't want to destroy the Venom. I guess that makes this always just a little better, right? I don't even know, dude. Like, we're like 2 strong mid, but that is also where they're strong, so that's kind of okay. Venom right's cool, but if they have, well, they don't have a spot for an easy Dormammu at least. But I mean, left, no, they can't play left. They're gonna have to like destroy their Killmonger with something right to get third Dormammu. This sequencing is like not always easy, man. Like positioning and sequencing are actually sometimes tough. I do wonder if doing more of like a token build, just having like squirrels and stuff, might actually be an easier path for this in some cases, because like when you're scaling up your dudes, they feel like pretty bad destroy targets. Like I'm going to be deleting 9 power here just to summon this Dormammu, as opposed to, you know, ideally I'd have a spot with like X-23 and Wolverine, but I just don't have that. Like the way the game plays out, I mean, partly my fault, I guess, but it's just not that trivial, I guess is what I mean. Like it's kind of hard to line it all up. It takes some foresight and planning at the very least. Okay, unfortunately picked the 2 worst targets. That's no fun. I need my X-23 to stay mid as well. Oh, no, dude. No, dude, no. Well, I guess maybe that's good news that mid is... But if they have Null left, we're just cooked. Oh, they just hard played their Dormammu. Wow, they just spent 7 on it, dude. It's not the worst thing in the world. Like, you saw ours kind of whiff.